In 1817, in the small town of Adams, Tennessee, strange occurrences began tormenting the Bell family. At first, they were nothing more than eerie knocks on the walls, whispers in the dead of night, and the unsettling feeling of being watched. But soon, the disturbances escalated into something far more terrifying. Children would wake up screaming, their hair yanked by unseen hands. Blankets were ripped off them in the middle of the night. Sometimes, they even felt sharp slaps across their faces, though no one was there. The head of the family, John Bell, suffered the most. He often woke up gasping for air, feeling as though invisible fingers were strangling him. The entity haunting them soon became stronger. It started speaking, calling itself Kate, and claiming it had been wronged by John Bell in the past. It could recite Bible verses, mimic voices of family members, and even predict the future. Even Andrew Jackson, the future US president, heard about the haunting and decided to investigate. When he and his men arrived at the Bell property, their horses suddenly stopped, refusing to move forward. That night, as one of Jackson's men boasted about being able to tame any spirit, a horrific scream filled the air. The man was thrown across the room by an invisible force, and the entire group fled by morning. By 1820, John Bell's health mysteriously declined. He suffered from violent seizures and was found unconscious in bed one morning. A strange, dark liquid was discovered near him. When given to a cat, the animal died instantly. The entity spoke in triumph, declaring that its mission was complete. John Bell died soon after. After his funeral, eerie laughter echoed through the air, and the entity's presence slowly faded. Though the Bell Witch vanished, some believe her spirit still lingers in Adams, Tennessee, waiting for the right moment to return. Even after John Bell's death, the eerie presence didn't completely vanish. The Bell family continued to hear strange voices and footsteps in the house for months. The entity, which had tormented them for years, made one final chilling declaration. It promised to return in 7 years. True to its word, in 1828, the Bell Witch reappeared. This time it focused its attention on John Bell Jr., engaging him in deep conversations about life, death, and the supernatural. The entity claimed to know the past, present, and future. It even made predictions about the Civil War, which came true decades later. After a few weeks, the entity disappeared once again. But before leaving, it made another disturbing promise. It would return in 107 years. That would have placed its next appearance in 1935, but no official records exist of any strange activity that year. However, some locals believe the Bell Witch never truly left. Even today, in Adams, Tennessee, people report strange lights in the woods, eerie whispers at night, and an overwhelming feeling of being watched. The old Bell family farm is long gone, but the legend remains. Many believe the Bell Witch is still there, waiting, watching, and choosing her next victim. Over the years, the legend of the Bell Witch grew beyond Tennessee, becoming one of the most terrifying and well-documented hauntings in American history. Even as the Bell family moved on, the town of Adams never truly escaped the shadow of what had occurred. Some believed that the land itself had been cursed long before the Bell family ever settled there, and that John Bell had simply become an unfortunate victim of an ancient force far beyond human understanding. There were stories that long before settlers arrived, the Native American tribes of the region had spoken of a dark spirit that lurked in the forests, an entity that thrived on fear and conflict. The Bell Witch, some claimed, was merely the latest form of a much older, malevolent being. As time went on, the area where the Bell farm once stood became a place of superstition. Travelers passing through Adams, Tennessee, often spoke of a heavy, suffocating atmosphere, as if something unseen still lingered, waiting in silence. Some who dared to explore the region reported hearing disembodied voices whispering their names, footsteps crunching on dead leaves behind them, only to turn and find nothing there. Others claimed to see shadowy figures moving among the trees, fleeting glimpses of something unnatural watching them from the darkness. Those who lived near the area warned strangers never to speak the Bell Witch's name aloud, for doing so might summon her attention. One of the most chilling aspects of the legend was the persistence of paranormal activity near the Bell Witch Cave, a small cavern located near the former Bell property. Over the decades, countless visitors had reported unexplained phenomena, camera malfunctions, sudden temperature drops, eerie whispers coming from deep within the cave. Some who entered the cave claimed to feel an unseen force pushing or grabbing them, while others reported hearing children's laughter echoing from the darkness, even when no children were present. More disturbingly, some explorers claimed that after leaving the cave, they experienced bouts of intense nightmares, sleep paralysis, and even physical scratches appearing on their bodies overnight. Skeptics have long tried to dismiss the Bell Witch legend as mere folklore, a ghost story exaggerated over time. However, the sheer number of eyewitness accounts and historical records make it difficult to ignore entirely. The fact that a future president of the United States, Andrew Jackson, not only acknowledged the Bell Witch, but also fled from its wrath, adds an unsettling layer of credibility. If the entity was nothing more than a myth, then why had so many people, including prominent historical figures, claimed to experience its presence? To this day, those who study the supernatural consider the Bell Witch case to be one of the most compelling hauntings ever recorded. Unlike many ghost stories that fade into history, this one refuses to die. Whether it was truly the spirit of Kate Batts, as it claimed, or something far older and darker that had taken on her name, no one can say for certain. But what remains undeniable is that the Bell Witch has never been fully laid to rest. Even now, in the quiet town of Adams, Tennessee, some believe that she is still watching, waiting, and listening for anyone foolish enough to invite her back into this world. As the years passed, the legend of the Bell Witch remained deeply embedded in the town of Adams, Tennessee. Though the physical remnants of the Bell Farm have long since disappeared, the stories persist, whispers in the dark, strange occurrences near the infamous Bell Witch Cave, and the uneasy feeling that something still lingers in the air. Skeptics dismiss it as folklore, while believers warn against tempting fate by speaking her name aloud. Whether the Bell Witch was the vengeful spirit of Kate Batts, an ancient entity far beyond human comprehension, or simply a tale grown out of fear and tragedy, one thing is certain. Those who have encountered the lingering presence near the old Bell property never forget it. Even today, some claim to hear faint laughter in the wind, the soft sound of footsteps when no one walks, and a voice whispering from the shadows, waiting for the next soul to acknowledge its existence.